Hi everyone. We like to introduce our little angel to community. So here she is, our little princess.
This is Skarlett Lee, and
There you go. That's a
yeah,
good picture.
hi,
With
Lucy,
the shirt, that's right. There you go.
hi. She was 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and 19 inches long. She got to come up to the room with us when she was born, and then I went to go feed her, and her tongue and her mouth was black, and her feet were smoky, and I called the nurse, and of course for a mom, they just can't come fast enough. So Al went running down the hallway and got someone, and she ended up having to be admitted to the NICU, the NICU. Um, the NICU was called to my delivery. I did have her naturally. When my water broke, I had a lot, a lot of meconium
Quite a bit.
in my amniotic fluid, and they wanted to make sure the NICU was present in case she inhaled that. Well, when I did deliver her, the NICU was there, and her ABGAR scored was a 9, and they said she looked extremely fantastic, and she got to, you know, come up to the room with us, and we were going to spend 2 days there and come home. Well, that evening, like I said, her tongue and her mouth were black, and her feet were black. Go ahead.
It was probably what 4 o'clock?
It was three
No, no.
something in the morning.
It was.
I went to go. I woke up to breastfeed her, and I am breastfeeding. And like I said, her mouth and her tongue were black. Her face kind of looked smoky. Her feet were smoky. And I called the nurse, and they couldn't come fast enough. So Alan went down the hallway and got him, and she was admitted into the NICU for respiratory distress. And um, I knew what was wrong. They had to rule it all out. But what ended up happening was they told me, the NICU specialist and the NICU resident told me I had to go through so many feedings without her breathing, um, her her oxygen stats not to be low, and for her not to get sick or throw up or any of that. And so I had to do so many breastfeedings. She had to pass all of that, and without spitting up, without stop breathing, without her stats being in the 30s. So Wednesday night I had her. Early Wednesday morning at 3 something, she got put in the NICU. Early, early, early Thursday morning. Well, it wasn't early. It was like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. I was breastfeeding, and my husband was asleep. He had to get sleep. He hadn't slept in like 3 days. And she went to throw up and did throw up. And this whole time I thought, what? This whole time I had thought, you know, I think she has amniotic fluid and meconium in her. So her belly was kind of swollen, didn't look right to me. And so, anyway, she threw up. When she threw up, it looked like amniotic fluid and meconium. It looked just like when my water broke. So they had scooped that up and they had tested it along with retesting her white blood cell count because that was really elevated. And it came back amniotic fluid and meconium. But before that had come back, they had tubed her with a little tiny tube down her mouth, through the esophagus into the stomach, and a pencil size of fluid came out into the opening, and the rest of it was a lot of air. So after she had thrown that up and got that out of her system, no more episodes. She's been fantastic. All of her feedings in the NICU were great. She passed with 100% to all of those. Her white blood cell count went back to normal, and she got discharged. Um, Right? No. She got discharged Thursday night.
7:30.
Yeah, at 7:30 at night. So she got to go back upstairs with us. And then we came home, both of us, you know, her with flying colors. We came home. We were discharged Friday at 2:30. No,
Yeah.
2. And we've been home since Friday.
Well, we got relieved. We left. Yeah, you're right. At that time.
And
Brought her
then
home.
we brought her home, and my mom and Spencer were here. And it was the first time Spencer got to see her. He'd been up at the hospital to see me and to hopefully meet his sister, but because she was in the NICU, he couldn't. And because she was in the NICU, the other kids didn't get to see her. So, with that being said, she's doing absolutely fantastic. Her feedings are really good. Other than
I think she's gained at least a pound.
The night before last night, or not this morning, but yesterday morning, I woke up with a whole new set of breasts. And then this morning, which my milk came in, and then this morning I woke up with
Another boob job.
Another boob job. And you can't tell in this picture, in this video, because I have a sports bra on, and if any of you ladies know what happens with a sports bra, it squishes you. But it really looks like I have big boobs here, because I do. But when I am just free hanging, they are massive. So with that being said, the only issue that I am experiencing in regards to feeding is my breasts get so big that the nipples get so flat as a pancake and so hard that I can't get them erect for her to latch to get milk. So then I have to pump some to get them erect enough for her to be able to latch.
2-3 ounces.
But she is eating, and she's eating so much that between pumping and feeding her and just everything, that I'm trying to keep up the supply, but they fill up really fast. We've only had to supplement twice. Once last night when I could not even, it wasn't that I was having a hard time, they were so hard I couldn't get them erect. Well, the breast pump cup wouldn't fit around my nipple. My nipple was so hard as a rock that I couldn't get the breast pump to fit on. So we had no choice but to try formula. We tried Infamilipid. It worked fine. And then we had to do the same thing again this afternoon because the same exact thing happened. They got so full so fast that I couldn't get the pump cup, and it was the large cup, around the nipple to pump. It would not, when it went to go grab, it was so hard and so firm that I couldn't get the pump to cup to grab on, to latch on. So I have to pump or feed every 45 minutes to an hour, or I get too full. So with that being said, that's the only thing. I will tell my labor and delivery story tomorrow, if not the next day. I'm extremely tired. Alan's tired. Spencer's doing absolutely fantastic. He is great with her, and he loves his sissy, don't ya? Yeah. He's over here smiling. He bunked his head, so he has ice on his head. Do you want to come say hi? Okay, you can pull that down. Come say hi.
It looks better already.
Yeah. Just peek in here until you see yourself and just say hi.
Yeah.
Right here at the camera. Right
Lean
here.
forward. There you go.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
What do you want to tell them about your sissy? Say love her.
She is cute.
Yeah.
And
Say bye.
I love her and bye.
Everyone, bye.
See ya.